Now today we're going to be cooking up a piece of salmon. Now what we're going to do with the salmon is marinate it. We're going to make a really simple marinade, leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours, then you grill it and you've got the most wonderful piece of salmon. This marinade is beautiful because it's got a sort of salty sweetness to it and it just goes really well with the piece of salmon. So give this one a go. So just to go through the ingredients, now I've got my salmon fillet, so there's no bones, no skin on this one. Now this is 500 grams roughly, so it's about half a kilo. If yours already been cut into strips, don't worry, use it the same. Now what we're going to do is just on both sides give it a sprinkling of salt, garlic powder and lemon pepper. Now with the lemon pepper, if you've not had that before and you don't want to go out buying it, what you could use as an alternative is freshly ground black pepper, and then get yourself a lemon and zest about half of it. So, you know, get the yellow bit of the skin, fine setting on a cheese grater and just zest it. Mix that with the sort of, you know, freshly ground black pepper and you rub it all on both sides of the fish and it'll give it a nice zingy sort of lemony flavour. Now with the marinade, I've got it all laid out. I've got 50 grams, that's 50, of dark brown sugar, about 45 millilitres of plain water, about 40 millilitres of vegetable oil, and then we've got 55 millilitres of dark soy sauce. So that all gets mixed up in a bowl and that's your marinade all ready to go. So I think what we'll do is we'll start off by making up the marinade, and then after that we're just going to sprinkle these over both sides of the fish, put it all in a plastic bag and leave it to marinate in the fridge for a couple of hours. So let's get on with the marinade next. So I've got myself a bowl and we're going to make up this marinade. Now I'm just going to start off with the dark brown sugar. Just put in the water, dark soy sauce and the vegetable oil. So let's just give that a quick mix around. I mean, ideally you want to wait until the sugar has just slightly dissolved. So I'll carry on giving this a mix, get it thoroughly mixed, make sure the sugar's pretty much dissolved. Now whilst we're waiting for that, what we can do is get on with salmon. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of salt, and remember we've got to do this on both sides. Just a bit of salt there on that one. Got this lemon pepper. Gives it a nice zing. That's it. And then we've got the garlic powder. Now with that one I'm just going to put that in my hand because I don't want to go over the top. So just give that a bit of a sprinkling. I mean, obviously once you've made this once and you know what it tastes like, you can always adjust the ingredients to you know how you like it. So let's just give that a gentle rub. Like that. And turn it over and we do the same on the other side as well. So again, just do it a little bit quicker. Bit of salt. Lemon pepper. So that's all prepped, ready to go. Now back to the marinade. Just give it another quick stir. I think we're done really. Now I'm going to put mine in a plastic bag. So I've got a little plastic bag just in case anything happens. Got something to sit it in. Now we might as well just pop that straight in. That, and then we can just tip this marinade in the bag. Now you do, if you can, want to kind of seal it a little bit. So I've just got a little ribbon thing here, go around it. That's it. And then just give that a swoosh around. Just to make sure it's all over everywhere, and then we can just leave that in the fridge, like I say, for a couple of hours. It wouldn't hurt if you want to come back and give it another quick swoosh around just to make sure that, you know, it's all over the top, or if you like, turn it round halfway through. So I'm going to go and put that in the fridge, and I'll see you in a couple of hours. So I've left the salmon in the fridge to marinate for a couple of hours. Now what I'm going to do is take it out of the fridge, cut the bag open, and get the salmon ready to go under the grill. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use like a baking tray, and I've got like a little wire wrap, so let's just put that on there like that. And I'm going to lay mine on the wire rack, because obviously we're going to grill this. Now let's just pop that on. Actually, before I do, I just want to make sure it's not going to stick. I'm just going to use a little bit of oil on the grill. That's it. That's it. Now we've oiled that up. Just place that on there like this. So now we've got the salmon all ready to go. Now what I'm going to do is place it under a medium grill, and I'd say roughly cooking for about 10-12 minutes, depending on the thickness of your salmon. Now what we're going to do is roughly halfway through, I'm going to take it out, flip the salmon over, place it back under the grill. That way both sides get a really nice colour on them. And then what we're going to do is just pull it out, serve it up with some rice and veg, and you've got something delish. Now in total, I've had the salmon cooking for just about 12 minutes. So I'm going to test a little bit of this. I'm just going to pour a little bit. That looks really good actually, nice and flaky. I don't want to overdo it, so let's pull that out and serve it up. So I'm just going to serve a little bit of that salmon up. Now I've got these green beans, which I actually steamed. Just a little bit of salt at the end. I'm going to place a beautiful bit of fish on there. And we've got a bit of rice under there. Hopefully that pops off. Look at that. Beautiful. So let's just try that. Now I'm just going to try the fish. The salmon should be nice and flaky, and look at that. Beautiful. Still nice and moist. So let's just try a little bit of that with the marinade. Whoa. That's got to be good. That is absolutely lovely. I mean, salmon with a little bit of salt and lemon is good anyway, but with this marinade, it's wonderful. And obviously, you've got these green beans, you know, vegetables. Put any vegetables you want with it. Always good. Steam those, a little bit of salt. And you've got rice. Now the rice I use, jasmine rice. But look at that. Lovely rice. Beautiful with the salmon, vegetables. A really nice healthy meal. You can't go wrong with this one. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll see you on the next one. And if you haven't subscribed and you like what I do, click the subscribe button, because I really do appreciate that. See you again soon. The original Naked Chef. Oh, delicious.